Good morning guys, welcome to Workout Wednesday Part 3. So today's routine is going to be focused on the abdominals or the core stability. Previously the core stability was a big buzzword in health and fitness as they thought there was a huge connection between core stability and reduction in low back pain. They found there is some relation, however it's not the be all and end all. When people think of working out the core, they think of working out the six-pack muscles, the rectus abdominis, but in reality actually we've got the pelvic floor muscles, we've got your diaphragm, we've got your rectus abdominis, the six-pack muscles. We've got your transverse abdominis, which goes down the side. We've got your obliques muscles. We've got your erector spinae muscles in the back, your quadratus lumborum. There's a whole host of muscles that work towards the core stability. If you do just focus on the rectus abdominis, actually all you're going to do is give yourself this weird position because these muscles are stronger and tighter than your back muscles, in which case you may be predisposing yourself to actually onsetting your own low back issues. So today's routine is going to be focused for the people that are slightly older, slightly more mature, or alternatively people that are slightly newer to exercise and just need a little bit of assistance getting started. So the first exercise we are going to do today is circles with a weight. So choose your object. I'm going to be using the 4 kg. You're going to start with the weight above your head in both hands. You're going to make sure your eyes are following the weight everywhere it goes. So you're going to start from on top, take it to the side, take it to the bottom, to the opposite side, and back up to the top. You want to make sure that you're not swaying all the way with it, so you are keeping nice and controlled through your abdomen, through your core, and then going down, back up to the side again, and to the top. Do this 6 times in one direction, and then 6 times in the opposite direction, so you are working the muscles in all the positions. Once you've done that one, the next one that you're going to do is called the Pall press. This is an adapted form of the Pall press, and the Pall, all you're trying to do is make sure your core stays nice and strong at the same time as you are taking a weight, or you're just taking your hands away from your body, making sure that you're not swaying as you do so. Keep everything strong, keep your glutes tensed, keep your core tensed. So again, 4 kg weight for myself. I'm going to start with the weight in my chest. Stage 1 of this is just take it to about halfway. The minute you get the weight away from you, your body wants to go forward. You want to stop it from doing that. You want to keep it controlled, keep it strong. Stage 2 is take it the whole way away. The further away from your body it is, the harder it's going to be. You can do this in one of 2 ways. You can either hold it there for 15-20 seconds, making sure that you aren't starting to go forward and you're not starting to sway back. Or alternatively, use it as repetitions. Exercise number 3 is going to be the rise and reach. So get yourself a yoga mat, Pilates mat, a towel, just something to make the floor a little bit more comfortable. Pop yourself onto your back. One of 2 ways you can do this. I like to put my hands onto my thighs, making sure that my neck isn't too flexed. Stay in a nice strong control position. Just take my hands up to my knees, hold it there for a second, and come back down. Key thing with this, make sure as you go upwards, you breathe out as opposed to breathing in. As you come down, breathe back in, breathe out, breathe in. Repeat this exercise 12 to 15 times if you feel comfortable, but the key thing is to make sure you work with what you feel is appropriate for you at the time, so don't overdo it because you'll end up injuring yourself. So, 2 stages. Stage 1, keep your feet on the floor, pop your hands onto your core so that you know you're keeping nice and strong, and then just pop your legs over to the side and back to neutral, over to the other side and back to neutral. This can be a low back mobility exercise, but we're doing this as a strength exercise. Take it over to the side again, back to neutral, over to the other side and back to neutral. The next level up from this is taking your legs upwards so that your feet are off the floor, your knees are bent to 90 degrees. You're doing exactly the same thing. Keep it really controlled. Take it to a range of motion that's comfortable. And make sure you do it on both sides equally. So again, 10 to 15 repetitions of this one. And then we'll move on to the next exercise. So the next exercise that we're going to be doing is the penguin crunch. So from here, similar to the first one where you're going upwards, however this time you're going to be going up to the side, touch your ankle, and back down, up to the side, touch your ankle, and back down. This is the slightly harder version. I will show you an easier version in a minute, but again, as you go up, make sure you breathe out. Breathe in as you get to the bottom. Breathe out as you get back to the top. Try and make sure your neck isn't over flexing. Keep it nice and controlled. The slightly easier alternative version of that is standing up. You can use this with a weight or without. I'm going to use it with a weight. So I'm going to pop one weight in one hand, go down to the side where the weight is, and then there's the actual exercise part of this is as you come back up, take the other hand to your knee. Really make sure you're thinking about engaging that side of your back or of your abdomen. Going back down, back to normal, and then again crunching into that side. The next exercise that we're going to do now is going to be the leg raises. What I recommend for most people is pop the hand straight out in front. That will then reduce this hypolordosis. One leg at a time. Start with small movements. So up, up, up. Or if you want to make it a little bit harder, you're doing both legs at the same time. Really try and focus on keeping that core strong. So making sure that as you go down, you're not overarching through your low back. So to do the beginner version, pop yourself onto your side, pop the leg underneath you into a bed position in front, keep this leg here, and you're literally just going to hold yourself in this position, but really focusing on keeping your core tensed. If you need to figure out how to do that, let yourself drop down, and then lift yourself back up. Really think about having that side of your body that's towards the floor contracting. I always find popping my hand onto the area is a good way, as I can then objectively see actually whether things are contracting, whether they are tensing. To make it harder, you're then going to lift the pelvis of the side that's on the floor off, and again really focus on making sure that it's this side here that's lifting. And then to make it to the final level, to the hard level, you're going to do a complete side plank, which makes yourself in a nice straight line there. So with this one, to make it easier, take your legs further apart. You've got a broader base of support. To make it harder, bring your feet together. So I'm going to go somewhere in between. I'm going to put my hands just onto the front of my pelvis, keep my head nice and flat, and then lift my buttocks off the floor until I'm getting as straight an angle as I can, and back to normal. Push myself up again, and back to normal. Push up again. Really make sure you're engaging your glutes at the top of the movement, and back to normal. If you do need to make that a little bit easier to reduce the actual exercise repetitions, take yourself into the position, hold the position for about 5 seconds, and then release, and you can do less repetitions. So I hope you enjoy this. Please make sure that if you do have any concerns, any questions, you do just let me know. I'm more than happy to have a quick conversation, see what your history is, and recommend exercises from there. Thank you very much. Have a good workout Wednesday.